On the Chinese super server right now, there's a player standing above all the rest. He goes by the name of Mint. He's an Anivia one trick, and you can see on the leaderboard here, look at the points. 1938 LP. This guy's closing in on the 2000 LP mark. By far has the most LP out of anybody in the world, and this guy, he is an absolute pleasure to watch. When I think of Anivia, I didn't think there'd be anyone that would surpass Froggen, as the goated Anivia player, but this guy definitely putting a foot in the door, and let's watch his gameplay, break down one of his games, see what he maybe does differently to other Anivias to make him excel and get to that #1 spot on the leaderboard. Jumping into the landing phase, guys, this man means business. We're running Electrocute, we're running Ignite, we're running Cheap Shot, Relentless Hunter, so we move around the map faster. This guy is not a traditional Anivia player. He is not looking to, play passive, farm up, be like a control mage. This guy is just looking to kill you, roam around with sometimes he'd go mobility boots and just take over the map. He's just permanently up in your face. It's a different style of Anivia. I don't see many Anivias play like this, and you'll have to let me know in the comments below who you guys think is the better Anivia, this guy or Froggen. I've never really done a proper Froggen Anivia review, but I probably should after this. As you can see, weaving in his auto attacks, he hits level 2 first, trying to abuse the range advantage. Akali, he lands on a minion, he goes in, and he's just going to try and weave as many orders as possible. Akali trying to juke out on the Q. It's not actually up yet. Comes up finally. Drops these autos. And Akali's just straight up dead. I think that Anivia should beat an Akali early, so it's expected. But look, he takes those kills when he can get them. And now he'll try and hard shove the wave in. No, he'll look for the roam onto the Hecarim. And a lot of he just always going for these risky plays and just roaming on the map. He doesn't really care about farm. He doesn't care about CS per minute. It's a weird style. And funnily enough, if you guys remember when I did those spectate streams on the super server for Worlds last year, there was always this Anivia player at around about in the 1000 1500 LP games. There was this Anivia player. Oh, as he finds the Hecarim, flashes in there, and he was always wearing this skin. I remember this guy because of the skin. He wears this Team Spirit Anivia skin every game. And this was the same Anivia that was in the games way back then. And I said, I should do a review on this guy. Never got around to it. And this is him. Anivia ended up getting those buffs. And this guy, he excels to the top of the ladder with the changes to his champion. And his bot lane's getting schooled a little bit. But yeah, this guy, I remember he used to go, in some of those super server games, he would go like mobility boots with a Medjai's and just roam around with so much movement speed. He was going to try and steal the Scuttle Crab away here. Where are you, bro? Yoink, grabs the Scuttle up. Uh-oh, and he's getting flanked here. He's got egg up. I don't think he's going to be able to live. And just a little bit too risky of a play there. He greeds. And he'll head back to base now. Let's see what he grabs for his items. I'm guessing it's going to be an Everfrost setup because Everfrost right now, it's just super cost efficient for Anivia. It's definitely, I think it's been the best mythic even before the buffs. The item just makes sense for Anivia. And we'll zoom out of base. We've already got 2 Relentless Hunter stacks. We're moving fast. But he was actually also the first challenger on the super server. At the start of the season, when everyone was racing to challenger, this guy was the first to hit 500 LP. I think he had like a 75% overall win rate or so on Anivia. I think now he's in the 60s somewhere, but he's got a lot more games played now as he shoves mid, looks for the roam bot side, gonna sack the wave. Do you see, dude? He's literally just sacking mid lane waves, by the way. A lot of other players would just hard shove mid and get the CS lead. But this guy just wants to contribute to everything. And look at the team. They just handed off to him. Here you go, Anivia. We're going to pay you for the roam now. And the Lucian, you'd hope, is going to run mid for the farm. But I think Anivia still wants to get... I think the wave gets there in time. Yeah, Solution might actually just look for the gank. But yeah, he plays the champ like a perma roaming. It's not a... I think that's why he can... Is this Lucian win trading? What the hell was that? Dude, what was that? He's just trying to bait it in? I don't know. Yeah, he goes these Relentless Hunter guys, and he plays it like a ganking champ. He doesn't play it. Oh, as he misses the cannon. He doesn't sit mid. He's always around the map, which is super interesting for Anivia. I always thought it was like, you know, it's a pretty low mobility champion with no dash, but most of the time, even if he does get caught out when going for these roams, he's able to take one with him because he has so much damage loaded into the kit. Especially when he hits level 6, and he can just dance around his ultimate. Moving topside, finds the Akali or the Hecarim, and he's gonna try and move. Look, do you see how he's gonna try and move into the pit there? He'd put the ultimate in the pit and just dance around it. He's oh my god, he's trying to chase there, put the W down and catch the Hecarim. It's not gonna work. And Anivia situated pretty good in the meta at the moment, I think. After they did those quality of life changes, the champion is just performing very well. Very clean, very easy to play. And also, if you didn't know, I believe on the Super Server, you're still allowed to duo in Challenger. Every other server, Master Tier and above, they removed it. But for some reason, I've seen a lot of Super Server Challenger players duoing with each other. Oh my god. As Akali manages to get a double kill bot lane, and he's going to have to try and go clean this up. Oh, doesn't have flash. He's going to have to try and get a wall here. I don't think he's able to get there in time, yeah. He'll just grab all the farm and move back into the mid lane. Definitely needs this blue, though. And we'll head back to the mid lane. This is a very interesting game. When you watch games on the Super Server, guys, look, it is not a slow controlled you know, Korean LCK kind of style. It is just I don't know what you'd call it. It's just a clown fiesta. It's just an absolute mess most of the time. It must be very frustrating to play on if you're a player like someone like Reckless or someone that kind of wants to play very consistently. These games are just a shit show. Looking to try and find the Hecarim out. Finds him. Lands the stun, lands the wall, and you can't move. And he'll grab the blue buff now. Really good map awareness by this guy, isn't there? And he just keeps sacking the mid lane waves and looks like he's going to roam up top lane now, look for the Malphite. Ah, nice. The Rek'Sai drops the Herald. Malphite's only level 5. They'll let the Herald tank and then they'll move in, I think. Oh, he hits the Akali. What the hell? And they're going to move in now. He wants to try and get the knock up. QE. Oh. He should be able to grab it. He wasted his E there, but the Akali grabs the Rek'Sai, and he actually hit his only escape tool out. And here comes the Hecarim. Q goes wide, and he's going to be on a bit of a chase now. Hits the ultimate. Let's just see if he's able to zone this. I don't think... He doesn't have enough mana. This is not possible, right? And he went for the 1v1. He actually almost had it. Oh, the Shen ult. Are you kidding me? And he's going to drop there. Oh my god. What an absolute mess. And someone explained this to me, by the way. I've seen a lot of Anivia players do this. They get Lost Chapter and they get a Giant's Belt. And they sit on the Giant's Belt for ages. I'm talking about they'll just sit on this Giant's Belt until late game. Until 5 items, 6 items. Do they just, is it the most cost efficient for health? I don't see any other champ doing this setup. But I see some Anivia players do it, especially this guy. And it's interesting to me. Why is it viable in Anivia but not other champions? Maybe it is. I guess that she misses the old rower health. So you get the mana from the Lost Chapter, then you get the Giant Spell, and then you convert it really late game to like the Demonic or something. I don't know. As we're going to move around, grab the blue buff up here. Akali's actually surprisingly pretty big. He lands. Nothing that we can really do about it. Once she starts getting this mana on the Anivia, and she has boots now, so she's super fast with 4 Relentless Hunter stacks. You can just shove and roam all you want. You're going to have prio for days. No flash, so it's just awkward now. Especially with not enough vision. If you get caught out by the Hecker and Akali combo, you should die. And he's just going to play with his jungle topside. Finds the Akali. There's no way. Does this work? Oh, that was actually a really nice juke. Wall dodges out. He's going to try and bait it in for the Rek'Sai here. And he actually gets outplayed. They got baited so hard. Rek'Sai will be able to pick it up. Flash is out for a 1-for-1. And they'll work towards his Everfrost. Well played by the Akali. Nice mechanics. I thought that might have worked, but I got worried for a second there as she just started to deal a little bit too much damage. As Rek'Sai get as many plates as he can before the Anivia comes out of base. I wonder who is the last Relentless stack. We get 5 stacks start moving so quickly around the map. They ended up nerfing. They've nerfed a lot of that tree, that domination tree. I think they've nerfed the Ravenous, the Relentless. I'm just wondering the cost efficiency of them all. I would always think you'd go Ravenous on Anivia just because of the extra health you get from that wave clear. Is he trying to move in and use this movement speed to get in for a flank? I don't think it's doable. Jhin pops the ultimate. TP comes out by the Malphite. Beautiful hook lands. Grabs a kill onto the Akali. And now here comes the Malphite. Make sure not to stack against it. All spread out. Whenever Malphite gets a flank or something, I see a lot of teams panic and they all start standing on top of each other. And Malphite just kind of ult you all. Spread out. Make sure that when he ults, only one person gets hit. Pretty simple, but I see a lot of people not making that judgment. Oh, I love that. I love when these Anivia players do this combo. They throw the Q and then you think you're gonna escape, then they throw the W to make the Q just instantly hit. And there's just nothing you can do about it unless you have a dash. And they're gonna pick up this tower for themselves. First tower of the game as well. You always know you're up against a good Anivia when they start doing those wall combos and you're getting hit by every Q, nothing you can do about it. Anivia is actually such a strong champion when you master it. As we get our Everfrost now, get 2 control wards, super aggressive. And I thought with his playstyle he might want a sweeping ward, but he sticks with the yellow trinket for now. Oh, this Akali absolutely butchers her combo. I think her E was on a minion. Ah. Move in, shove the wave. I don't think, yeah, put the ward and then just roam. Pink ward there. Just straight over the vision. I guess he didn't see it or he doesn't care. Guess he just goes instantly for the blue buff now. Still have the control ward. I wonder if he's going to place it. Comes the Malphite. Q goes in. It lands. Everfrost. Even pops the Ignite. Grabs that kill for himself. 6 stacks on the Dark Seal. Medjay is a great buy for Anivia because you have that inbuilt GA system. Did anyone end up actually playing Anivia, by the way, on Pro Play or not? As Everfrost lands onto the Xerath, Anivia moves in, gets hit up by the Akali. He will drop here, but has the egg. His team should be able to follow up. Rek'Sai grabs one. Anivia grabs the other, and looking for one more. Has the wall combos. Just permanently knocked up here. And we grab our 11th kill of the game. Proper aggressive. And look at his side laners. Uppy as can be. It seems like it seems like he has a very strong Anivia. I think where he excels is his map play. The way he kind of plays Anivia like Talon. I think that's why he's able to climb so high. Sure, I think he's good at Anivia, but I think overall it seems like he just has really good map awareness on these perma-roams. Coming out of base now, we've got our Everfrost. We've got our Medjais ready to go. And we should just be able to group up and end the game, right? I just feel like he has such a lead. When you got a commanding lead like this on Anivia, you just walk up, make your picks with your W's. It's pretty simple. As you can see, Rek'Sai going in now. 3 people on top of him. Looking to get a good wall. Ult's on top of himself. Everfrosts. And here comes the Hourglass. That's why he runs it. But I think... Oh, no way. And he flashes out. Unfortunately, the Jhin still has the Gale Force and is able to collect him. Uh-oh. His entire team's dropping low. I thought that might have bounced. Get out of there, boys. Flash is in by the Malphite. And hopefully you guys are enjoying these players in the Super Server. Not many people know about a lot of these players because there's no like OPGG or anything for the Super Server, and none of them really stream on Twitch, you know? Hopefully, like I know a couple of people on the Super Server that tell me about these players, like putting me onto these one tricks and stuff. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Like I always enjoy just watching players that have mastered a champion or that are unique. There's a lot more one tricks on the server that I might just keep covering. I don't see why not. As it feels like it's 40 minutes, but it's actually only 19 minutes in the game. This has just been an absolute bloodbath. Oh. Caught out there by the Jhin W. Oh, that's a good hook. Q lands. He doesn't want to go too deep here, though. And he's just looking at his zone. Everfrost. Can the pony get out? Oh, he just grabs him there. Perfect zone control. And they'll move across to the Baron. No blue though, so it's not as though it drops that fast. You got no blue, no Leandries. I think, yeah, they'll give him the blue, and now he can just spam the blue onto the Baron. Walls them off, and now they'll focus it down. You see, he just sits on the outer rim of the Anivia ult range and just looks to try and zone them away. They grab the Baron up for themselves. He's going to look to move in now. Use the W. 3 points on the W, by the way. I should have kept track on how he's leveling his Q and Ws. Because I know you max E on Anivia, but... Just running on the skill order. As he wants to grab a death cap. He only has enough for his Hourglass here. He'll grab the Hourglass into the Death Cap, and then finally, last item probably goes the Demonic. Do you see what I mean with this Giant spell? It's just weird. I don't see anyone else do it except for these Anivias. What is up with that? I feel kind of sorry for the enemy team. This Malphite seems proper boosted. There's a lot of players on the Super Server who just buy their accounts, by the way, guys. You'll notice there's like a lot of out-of-place players in a lot of these games. As he moves in here, trying to pick up the Xerath. Uh-oh, he moves in real deep. Gets stunned up by the Xerath, and he is going to drop. That was a beautiful bait. And his Medjai stacks are gone. Okay, we've reset. We've come back out of base, and now we're going to drop down onto the mid lane tower. Has an elixir for himself as well. Flash up in 5 seconds. And they've got that soul point. Up in 220 seconds, if you look on the minimap, they've got the timers. Wii game in China is pretty good. I wish we had it in on the Western servers, but I guess not. Five out of 5 stacks on this Relentless. Doesn't need the healing of Ravenous, apparently, as we get some nice hooks by the Nautilus. I like the way the guy's playing. Gotta move in here. Rek'Sai seems to have caught out the... Is that a Kali? Malphite. And now he's gonna clear topside and look for the group. I don't know why when I play Anivia, I just can't make Anivia work. Like, I just play a better Zoe or like a Syndra or Ori or something for control mages. Gets altered by the Hecarim. Nothing much the enemy can do here. Doesn't have eggs, so has to be a bit careful. Go! He can't get it in time. God damn, I thought he was going to die. Enemy bot lane is Jhin Zerath. Bit of a poke lane. And not having the Ravenous... The Ravenous here for your runes, like, you could literally heal the full off a wave if you had 5 stacks of that. I guess he just values the movement speed, especially to get, like, the walls off and stuff. A lot more. What is his game plan with these items, man? Just testing out, I guess. We're gonna try and sell the Giant's Belt? Question? I wonder if you do that. It's probably better to get a Void Staff late. As this Rek'Sai's on a warpath. Grabs one for himself. Can he grab 2? Tunnels over. He should be able to grab them. My god, this guy's a freak. And they're making quick work of the game. Moving in, looking to use this movement speed to get a wall. Slow. Yeah, you ain't going anywhere. One taps him. Malphite comes in. Grabs one, looking for another one. We get the wall. Oh, wall max range can't grab the Jhin. Look at the Everfrost. And they're not going to be able to get him. And that's going to be the end of the review. Hopefully you've enjoyed this Anivia one trick, guys. He's a freak show of a player. Trust me, there's plenty more games of him. And until next time, I catch you all later. Peace.